Hey, how's it going, Tamers? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another Anti-Meta Monday. And this Monday, we're actually going to be doing Leo X Antibody, like I should have done last week when I misread this comment, and I thought it said Leopardmon. But to go over Leo X as a 5 play cost, 5k DP level 4, Digivolves for 2 onto a blue or green level 3 for 2, Digivolves on top of Leo for 0, and has the all turns effective when this Digimon would be deleted in battle. You may play one Leomon from this Digimon's devolution cards without paying its memory cost. I built 2 decks off of this. I didn't just build Fortitude Leomon. That's just like a deck that's like currently meta, and I feel like if you wanted a list, you could just look that up. I built 2 different versions of the deck. One that was using more of the Leomon part of the card, and then another that was using and abusing the blue and green part of the card, as well as the free on play from the all turns effect. Let me know which one you guys like more. All right, so we're going to go into the first deck list. This is more of a traditional Leomon X Antibody list. It's not going to be Fortitude. Like I said, if you really want a Fortitude list, it's meta. You can just go look that up. You'll see a bunch of people playing the deck. This is more using Leomon X Antibody and that type of whole line that I like. So we're going to go over really quickly. First, the eggs. Freemon, just the really good inheritable. When attacking, if this has Leomon in name, you draw a card once per turn. Realistically, you do need to see a lot of specific pieces, so drawing cards is really, really awesome. We have a ton of searchers, so making sure that we always have something, and specifically the right Leomon for the right situation, is very, very important for the deck. So this just helps out tremendously. You can run another egg that just maybe gives DP if you're seeing that be an issue. But this, in my opinion, is probably the best egg to be running. We're gonna start off with the rookies. We're only running 11. It's because we have ways to cheat out Leomon that we don't exactly need 12 rookies, as well as we have so much search in the deck that's not like we're losing a lot by not running that 12th rookie, and we can just run an extra slot somewhere else. Start off, and I apologize for the names. I'm just gonna call him Lio because the double L just screws my brain up. So we're running a 4 of Lio from EX5, 3 play cost, 1k DP. Digivolves for 1 into a green or yellow level 2, but can just Digivolve for 0 into Fremon. On play, search your security stack. You may add 1 card with Leomon in its name to hand, and if a card was added this way, you recover 1 and then shuffle your stack. This will always hit something unless it's a rookie. But realistically, in 5 cards, if you don't have a single level 4, level 5, level 6, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, it can happen, but this really is super, super good. It also lets you see your stack, which we are running a few security bombs, which is nice to know what we have in our deck and what we don't. As well as sometimes we need some of our tamers. So like knowing when they're going to be hitting off security is very, very important. The inheritable is not anything to forget about. It's on delete. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -2k, which in tandem with another couple of rookies and stuff like that, that actually can come in clutch and kill something. Our last playset for rookies is going to be Salamon from BT13. If you guys watched the Leopardmon video, you guys know what this does, but in case you didn't, 1k DP, Digivolves for 0 into a green level 2. On play, reveal 3, add 1 Digimon with Beast, Animal, or Sovereign, other than Sea Animal to hand, and then 1 Royal Knight, but we're not running any Royal Knights. Put the rest on the bottom. So this is going to be another great searcher to grab any of our pieces out. The inheritable also is going to be able to give us 2k DP because we have one of those traits in name. So this honestly is going to be super, super sick, makes our things bigger. Then we're to finish out our rookies, we're running 3 Elecmon from EX5, 3 play cost, 1k DP, Digivolves for 1 onto a black or green level 2, or 0 on the Fremon again. On play, you reveal 5, add 1 card with Leomon and name from among the hand, rest on the bottom. And he also has a really good inheritable on delete, Digivolve 1. So if you had like a Lio and this out, you could on delete, Digivolve 1, on delete, give -2k to something, and then maybe kill it, depends if it's like one of the newer rookies. But this card's super sick. All right, and then we're gonna start off with level 4s. We're running 10. We're running a 3 of the Leomon from BT14, 5 play cost, 4k DP, Digivolves for 2 into a green level 3. Has when attacking, if it's eroded if you're reading like the original card. It says if attacked. It means to say if attacking a Digimon with higher DP than this Digimon may Digivolve into 1 level 6 Digimon with Leomon's name from hand for the cost of 6, ignoring its requirements. So you get to skip level 5, go right to 6. It does cost a lot, but it's a pretty good effect. I think 6 is fine. I think 6 is fair. Then it has the inheritable. If the Digimon has Leomon's name, it gets 2k DP. So not only are you going to swing into something that has higher DP, you're most likely going to kill it because, I mean, it's a 4K DP Leomon. Like, most everything's going to be bigger than it. We are running a 3 of, the reason why we're making this video, a 3 of Leomon X Antibody. I already went over what it did at the beginning of the video, but the big reason why we're running it is because it basically gives us a free Digivolve, as well as just has a form of protection on it. So if we have to pass, like, going Leo X Antibody, setting up something else in the back row, setting up another rookie, this all turns effect is going to make it so we get to play a Leomon for free if it gets deleted. As well as, if we just have a Leomon in play, we can just play out Leomon X Antibody on top of it and then have a free swing into something or into security, and then boom, hey look, that thing dies, cool, here's another Leomon, easy peasy. But that's realistically the biggest upsides for running it, as well as just the free Digivolve draw. To end out the level 4s, we're running a what, in my opinion, probably the best Leomon. We're running a 4 of Leomon from EX5. It is a 5 play cost, 5k DP. Digivolves onto 3 for a black or green level 3. Digivolves for 2 onto a Lek or Lio. When attacking, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Leomon in its name with reduced cost by 1. So it doesn't let you skip level 5, but you get to go into level 5 for 1 cheaper. And then it has the on delete Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So again, we're stacking those on delete effects just to get some, you know, gotcha moments of like, oh hey look, you didn't really think about this, but I'm gonna Digivolve this, neg2 this, and then okay cool, here's this option card, your thing's now dead. For our level 5s, we're running 8. I'd never actually really realized how to pronounce this Digimon's name, so I was just calling him PJ guy. So PJmon, he's a 7 play cost, 7k DP, Digivolves for 3 onto a blue or green level 4. This Digimon slash card is treated having Leomon in name, which is very important for all the stuff we're about to do. When Digivolving, you may play 1 green or blue Tamer card with a cost of 4 or less from your hand without paying the cost, and has the inheritable of your turn once per turn. Whenever you play another Digimon by an effect, one of your Digimon gains Rush for the turn. So it doesn't have to be the same one. We just give Rush to anything. The when Digivolving effect's also going to be good for the 1 blue Tamer that we're running. This is why we're only running this as a 2 of, just because I want to get the free Tamer whenever we can, but it's not like the end of the world if we don't. And next, we're going into just the BT14 version of him. 8 play cost, 7k DP, Digivolves for 3 onto a green level 4, has Piercing, and has when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. The inheritable of your turn while this Digimon has Leomon in name, it gets 2k for the turn. This isn't bad because of the EX5 Leomon, being able to attack into something, pay 1 less to Digivolve into this Digimon, have the Piercing at a level 5 is not bad. Sometimes with aces, this also could be good because we're going to get the DP increase maybe from like Salamon or something. So we're going to be able to pierce over an ace, gain a few memory back, and then go into a level 6 afterwards. And to end it out, because we're running X Antibodies, we're going to be running the X Antibody version of him anyway. 7 play cost, 7k DP, Digivolves for 3 onto a green or blue level 4, Digivolves for 0 onto himself. Treat this Digimon as having Leomon in name. All turns, while this Digimon would be deleted in battle, you may play 1 Leomon from this card's sources without paying the memory cost. Now, for the piece of resistance, we're going to our level 6s. This is where the fun stuff starts happening. We are running a 1 of Bancho Leo from EX5. 12 play cost, 12k DP, Digivolves for 4 onto a yellow or green level 5 for 4. Digivolves onto a level 5 Leomon for a cost of 3. When this card would be played from hand, if there are 6 or fewer total cards of both players' security stacks, reduce the play cost by 5. So we can just play this for 7 if we really need to, which depending on the, I mean, look, if we're at 7 memory playing this thing and staying at 0, we do have the inheritable to give it a rush, woohoo. It has on play when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then all turns once per turn. When a Digimon becomes suspended, you may have one of your opponent's Digimon get neg 4 KDP and gain security attack -1 until the end of their turn. So this guy is sick. We really only need the 1 of because most of the time we're trying to swing into our opponent's stuff, go do piercing stuff, but this is a really sick 1 of. This is a card that, I mean, if your opponent can't immediately deal with it, it's going to be really awkward for them to deal with. Against like Bloomlord or Rosemon, this card's insane because as soon as one thing becomes suspended, you're like, cool, kill your biggest stack. Sometimes kill like the stack you're trying to build. Or just, hey, look, this thing's gonna have neg1 security, which most of the time, Rosemon and Lord, I mean, that's gonna at least knock off, so they're only hitting for 1. And I'm here with a costume change. It was getting a little warm in the room. So anyway, so Bancho Leomon is just a great 1 of. And realistically, I'm thinking about upping it, but I think that the other level 6 that we have are probably a little bit more of like what the deck wants to be doing all the time. So we're running a 2 of Dino Tigermon for BT9. It's a 12 play cost, 12k DP. Digivolves onto a green or blue level 5 for 4, or Digivolves on 1 onto a Saber Leomon. When attacking, if a card with Leomon in its name or X antibody is in this card's sources, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. And then your turn once per turn, whenever an opponent's Digimon or Tamer becomes suspended, unsuspend this Digimon. Which is going to be super great because our next level 6 is actually Saber Leomon as a 3 of. Is a 12 play, costs 12k DP, Digivolves for 4 into a green level 5, has Piercing, and has when Digivolving. By unsuspending this Digimon, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. And then end of your turn, this Digimon may attack an opponent's Digimon. Sometimes you're just going to swing for free into something if you really want. This makes it you could realistically kill something twice. So like if you have like a X antibody level 5 out, you can like not worry about it dying, swing into security, swing into something, and then if it dies, cool, you get to play a Leomon out for free, set up another stack. If it doesn't die, you can just Digivolve into Saber, unsuspend Saber, suspend something else of your opponent, and then pierce right into it with the end of your turn effect at worst. It only Digivolves for 4, so sometimes we can keep the turn and pick what we're gonna, pierce into. Or, you have Saber Dramon, and then, hey, cool, now we get to go into Dino Tigermon for 1. So this card is super, super sick. I love this when pre-release was happening because this card was like the bane of everyone's existence, but it was really good. Start for the Tamers running 2 Jerry, 4 play cost Tamer. On play, you may play 1 Leomon from hand without paying its memory cost. Again, that's probably one of the biggest reasons why we can run such a weird count of our rookies and stuff, because we just cheat out Leomon with this, right? And then opponent's turn, whenever an opponent's Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Tamer, draw a card. Just another extra card advantage if we need or want it. And, which probably be really good for the deck, is a 3 of Cool Boy. It's a 2 play cost Tamer. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon with X antibody in its trait, and then 1 option card with X antibody in its traits among them to the hand, place the rest on the bottom, and then your turn, whenever one of your Digimon digivolves into a same level Digimon with X antibody in its trait, you may suspend this Tamer to gain a memory and draw a card. Now, the Cool Boy can actually trigger off of 3 of our Digimon, because we do have an X antibody Leo, we have an X antibody PJ, and we also have an X antibody in Dino Tigermon that can go on top of Saber. Not going to happen as much as the other 2, but I mean, it's still a fun interaction that you can have. Those we are running 3 option cards that this can hit as well. I think this card's going to be sick, and just giving you that extra memory and extra card draw just to make sure to keep it at your turn while you kind of go into your stack and then pierce over whatever you want. Super, super sick. This is probably one of the coolest options that we're running. Flashy Boss Punch as a 2-0 from EX5 is an 8 cost option. While you have a Digimon with Leomon or Bancho in name, you can ignore the card's color requirements, which it has yellow and green. We aren't running that many yellow in the deck, but realistically, we're going to have a Leomon out, right? Main, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and one of your opponent's Digimon gets -12 KDP for the turn. Then one of your Digimon with Leo or Bancho in name may attack. So we're going to suspend one thing, give something -12, then one of our Leomons attack. That's a 3-for-1. This card's insane. I love this card so much, and also like it looks so sick when it's foiled too, with like the fiery fist. It has a security effect of suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -12k for the turn. So just does the 2 things. We don't get to the attack, but still suspend and then -12 something that usually deals with 2 attackers on your opponent's turn. Running the 1 HPD 0 cost option main, the next time one of your green Digimon digivolves, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the cost by 5, and then security is just add the card to hand. Just gives us a free digivolve if we really need to. I mean, this lets it go into Saber Dramon by just suspending the level 5 to then digivolve into Saber Dramon. Saber Dramon unsuspends itself and suspends one of your opponent's things. So we went to Saber Dramon for free, and now we have an unsuspended piercing that has the end of turn effect. A 4 of Agility Training is a 2 cost option main. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 green card into your hand, put the rest on the bottom, and then delay one of your Digimon may digivolve into a green Digimon in your hand for reduced cost of 2. This is sick because it doesn't miss. The only thing that this thing whiffs on is Cool Boys and our 3 option cards and 2 Jerrys. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8 cards total that it would whiff on, but it's going to get us everything else, right? And then again, just like reducing the devolution cost of anything by just a little bit is going to make it so we can keep it be our turn, go into our big stacks, go into our level 6s where things start getting crazy. To round out the rest of the options, we're running 3 X antibody cards, and air quotes are there for a reason. We are running 2 of actual literal X antibody from BT9. 0 cost option. While you have a Digimon in play, you can ignore the color requirements. The security effect is to gain a memory and add it to hand. Main is to place this card under one of your Digimon without X antibody in its devolution cards as the bottom devolution card. Then it has inheritables. All turns, effects can't trash X antibody in this Digimon's devolution cards. And when attacking, this Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with X antibody in its traits from your hand for its devolution cost. So this actually interacts really well, especially with the EX5 Leomon, because it also has a when attacking to digivolve. We can stack these so that it's beneficial for us. we can attack with Leomon, Digivolve into something with 1 less. Then after resolving all the effects from the level 5, then we can either go into the X Antibody level 5 or into Dino Tigermon effect, suspend something, unsuspend him. So now we have an attack going in for at least 12k, maybe some DP increase here and there. And also it's unsuspended again, so it's going to swing and hit again. It's just a really cool interaction you can do with the deck. We are running a one-of Protoform. I've been looking and researching a lot of these decks, and most of them are just running pure X Antibody. I love Protoform because you don't have to attack. You don't have to risk, right? So this 0 cost option, while you have Digimon, ignore the color requirements. Security is just add to hand. Main, one of your Digimon without X Antibody in its sources may Digivolve into a Digimon with X Antibody trait in hand for the cost reduced by 1. If you did, place this card on the bottom of the sources. It does have the rules text of it's also treated as just being X Antibody. And then has inheritable alterns. When this Digimon would leave the battlefield other than by one of your effects, from this card's sources, return 1 Digimon to hand and then place 1 X Antibody on top of your security stack. I went over this in the Leopard video because I run it in Leopard X. This card is sick because you don't have to attack. You reduce the cost by 1. It digivolves any non-X Antibody into an X Antibody. So it could be from a level 4 to level 5, a level 4 to another level 4. It doesn't matter. It doesn't check for anything, right? And also, when it would leave the battle area, other than by your effects, you get any of the things underneath the main source, main Digimon, for free back to your hand, and then you get to recover one and put this thing on top. So you get to do the security effect and get it back again. This recurs. That you don't need to run a one of, because if you get one of it out, cool, then you just get to keep using it over and over again if your thing keeps dying, right? This thing is super, super sick, and I love this card so much, so I'm going to try to run it on every X Antibody deck that I can. But that's going to be the more traditional Leomon deck. We're going to go into a little bit of a spicier version, which I think some of you might remember from a few metas ago. And if you know me, this is not a surprise to anybody. I love Pieldramon, so welcome to Leo Imperial. So we're going to start off with our eggs. We're running a 4 of Bukamon from BT14. Your turn, while your opponent has no Digimon with as many or more, it's been eroded. Devolution cards is this Digimon gains jamming, so if they don't have anything or they have something with less than, cool, you have jamming, awesome. We're running a 1 of Demi Vmon. It just says when attacking once per turn, if you have a green Digimon in play, you draw a card. On March 1st, I believe, the Bukamon gets limited to 1, so you can just swap these and just run 4 Demi V and then the 1 Buko just to have the jamming egg in case. We are running 12 rookies. It's going to be 4 jamming V, 3 play cost, 2k, has jamming, Digivolves for 0. 4 of the Vmon from BT8, 3 play cost, 2k, Digivolves for 0 and a blue or green. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 2-color Digimon, any 2-color blue Digimon specifically to your hand, put the rest on the bottom. This is going to help us grab some of our level 5s and onward. And to round out the rookies, 4 of the Vmon from BT12, 1 KDP, Digivolves for 0 on the green or blue. On play, reveal 3. Add 1 Imperial in name or free trait and 1 Davis in name to hand, and then put the rest on the bottom. But also has a very important end of turn effect. This Digimon and 1 of your other Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon from hand for the cost. So if you have to end up passing the turn, we are running a few things to make it so we can gain some memory by DNA Digivolving. So this makes it so we can make it stay our turn. And one of those examples is XVmon from BT12. 4 play cost, 4 KDP, Digivolves for 2 onto a green or blue level 3. Your turn, when this Digimon with DNA Digivolve into a green Digimon, gain a memory. So if we have Vmon out, have this XV, and then just play out a Stingmon for some reason, we can end of turn Digivolve and then gain a memory. So basically how that works is you have the XVmon out, you go to the end of turn effect, you say, I'm announcing I'm DNA Digivolving, this is going to trigger, I'm going to gain a memory now. Also has an inheritable of while the Digimon has Imperial or free in this trait, has jammings. The best XVmon from EX1, 5 play cost, 4 KDP, Digivolves for 2 under green or blue, just has jamming, and then has the inheritable of, again, if it has Imperial or free in its trait, it gets jamming again. We're running a 3 of EX2 Leomon, so this is a 6 play cost, 4 KDP, Digivolves onto a blue level 3 for 2. Opponent's turn. While you have a Tamer in play, this Digimon gains a blocker. Then on delete, you gain 2 memory and draw a card. This card's sick, as well as I love that it like literally goes into the Leomon thing of like him being the sacrificial guy that just jump in front of the bullet and take it for you. We are running a 1 of the Stingmon that does basically what the XVmon does of, hey, when this card would Digivolve, you gain a memory. It does give Imperial or free piercing off its inheritable, which is pretty sick. We are running a 3 of the Stingmon from Starter Deck 9. This one's really important because it's a 4 play cost 4k, right? But then when you play it from hand, if you have a blue Digimon, you get to reduce the cost by 1. And then it has the when attacking effect. If you have a blue Digimon in play, you draw a card. It's not once per turn. So that's going to come up with Piodra in a second. Around the level 4 is running a 3 of Leomon X Antibody. Big reason why this card's super sick in this deck is because 1, it protects your Leomons, right? Digivolves for 0, awesome. It's a blue and a green Digimon, so it covers whatever color we're missing for our DNA Digivolve, which is super, super sick. That's why I love this like package in the deck. Going over level 4 is running 8. Running the 4 of the Starter Deck 9 Pildramon. 8 play cost, 8k, Digivolves for 4 onto a blue or green if you really need to, but DNA Digivolve for 0 with a level 4 that's blue and green. When DNA Digivolving, return one of your opponent's Digimon 6k DP or less to the bottom of the deck. When attacking once per turn, unsuspend this Digimon. So again, that's what's going to come up with the Stingmon. We get to draw 2 cards minimum off this thing, which is pretty sick. As well as a 6k DP. Bottom of the deck is one of the best removals in the game. Gets rid of memory chokers, gets rid of small little blockers. We're running 4 of Dino B from BT12. 8 play cost, 8k, Digivolves for 4 on a green or blue. But again, DNA Digivolve for 0 with a blue and green level 4. When Digivolving, if DNA Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and this Digimon gets 3k DP for the turn, then this Digimon may attack an opponent's Digimon. Keep in mind, it has to be a legal target. It can't be something unsuspended unless you have an effect that lets it attack unsuspended. It has to be something that you can legally attack normally. Inheritable, which will come up a little bit. Your turn once per turn, when one of your Digimon with Imperial Digimon in its name, or the free trait deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, tracks the top card of your opponent's security stack. Just extra value. We're running 5 level 6s. We're running 2 Imperial Digimon Fighter mode. 12 play cost, 13k DP, Digivolves for 5 onto a blue or green level 5, or Digivolves for 2 onto a card that contains Dragon mode in name, which we'll get to that later. When Digivolving, return one of your opponent's Digimon with 10k DP or less to hand, super sick. When attacking once per turn, if a blue card is in this card's sources, you unsuspend one of your Digimon. If a green card's in its sources, you suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So this is going to bounce something, unsuspend something, and suspend something again. This card's super, super sick. I love Fighter mode for BT8. I used to run this card in my Imperial list all the time. And it does bode well to have this type of removal in the deck. We're a really aggressive deck now. This is why we're running this Fighter mode. And to round out the level 6 is running 3 of Imperial Digimon Dragon mode. This is the one from Starter Deck 9, 13 play cost, 12k DP, Digivolves for 4 onto a green or blue level 5. And it has a when Digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 or lower blue and or one level 4 or lower green Digimon from this card's sources without paying the memory cost. So it basically just sets up another free DNA Digivolve, which is super sick, or sets out a Leomon to have blocker. This card's insane. Our Tamer's running 6. We're running a 3 of Davis. This is the memory setter. It's a 4 cost Tamer. Start of turn, if we're at 2 or less, go to 3. But the on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You had 1 blue and 1 green Digimon. Gets us 2 things. We do run a decent ratio of both green and blue Digimon. So this is usually always going to probably get you 2. And just also having the resetter really matters in the deck, so we can always Digivolve at least once to set up our DNAs for the turn. We're running 2 Jerry, same thing. We want to be able to cheat out Leomons. Our opponents are going to attack, so this also just gets us free card draw, which in this deck it can be bricky if you just somehow don't get the one color that you need so you can DNA Digivolve. We're running a 1 of Davis and Ken. So the dual Tamer is a 4 cost. Start of main, if you have a blue Digimon you gain 1, if you have a green Digimon you gain 1. So just gaining us 2 memory at most is pretty sick. Then has a your turn effect of when one of your Digimon Digivolves into a 2 or more color Digimon, you may suspend this Digimon to unsuspend that Digimon. So if we like swing with our Pildra, our Dino B, then we can go into Fighter mode, go into Dragon mode. If we don't have any way of unsuspending itself, or we have other things we're trying to unsuspend, this gets it to unsuspend for free, which protects it a little bit more, or forces it to be like the raid target, for example. Options, we're only running 5. We're running 2 mental training. You don't exactly need like the reduction of devolution as much in this deck, but it is pretty good to have, as well as we are running a few extra blue cards than green cards, like in total, not just green Digimon, maybe like Tamers and options. We're running more blue cards. We're running 2 Heaven's Judgment. I love this card. If you know me and locals, I run this in like any deck that I can. 7 cost option. While you have a green Digimon or Tamer in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements. Main, activate the effect below. For each color, activate it again. You give next 6k to something. So if you have like for example, a Leomon X Antibody, that's 3 neg 6s you get to throw on whatever you want, because it's neg 6 for the card, then neg 6 for each color among Digimon you have on the battlefield, right? So card's absolutely insane. Security effect is one of your opponent's Digimon just gets neg 12. No one everyone forgets about that. A lot of people think it's just activate main. It's not. It's just a -12. So early game, this just kills something, right? It doesn't have, you don't have to have anything in on the battle area to do anything with it. Round out our options, we're running 1 HPD just to make sure we get to that dragon mode for free. That's the coolest thing. Is like if you have Pieldramon, you get to attack once, have jamming, unsuspend, draw a card, do whatever. Then sometimes, depending on what your hand looks like, you suspend Pieldramon by playing HPD to go into Dragon Mode for free, to then play 2 level 4s again, to then DNA Digivolve again, and then go wider, right? And then heck, if you have Davis and Ken, you just tapped that Dragon Mode, or that Dragon Mode is now tapped, you get to unsuspend it because it's 2-color Digimon. This deck is so sick. I love Pieldramon. So next we're gonna go over the anti-meta versions of both these decks. We're gonna go over the anti-meta version of like the traditional Leomon X package. The only thing that really had to change is Cool Boy is limited to 1, and also Protoform is banned, and X Antibody is limited to 1. So we had to screw around with some of the ratios a little bit. Really, the only thing that's changed is really the tamers and options. So we are running a 1 of Davis just to get us that extra surge. We do have some hits where we could grab a blue and green Digimon. We're still running 2 Jerry. We're running a 1 of Davis and Ken. For the previous reason, like we get to unsuspend something, gain maybe 2 maximum, which is not bad. Just some extra memory gain, some extra unsuspend stuff. Running the 1 of Mimi just so we can easily hatch again and push if we really need to aggressively, or just set up an extra stack in the bag to start building a secondary stack to push the next turn. And then we're running the 1 of Cool Boy because Cool Boy is also limited to 1. Options, we're running the 2 punch, 2 agility training, the 1 X antibody, but we're also running 2 Heaven's Judgment in this list because realistically, if we need to, because the list is going to be a lot slower because we are missing some of our tamers, being able just to remove the board half the time is going to be sick because we do have black, green, blue, and yellow colors. So we're going to be able to neg-6 something 5 times. Like realistically, Heaven's Judgment is always like a board wipe, realistically, right? So this card's super, super sick. And that's really the only changes to the deck. But for the anti-meta version of Imperial, we're just going to go over the changes. The biggest thing is Bokumon's already limited to 1. So we are just running the 4 of Demi Vmon. We're going to have to swap out the Pieldramon for the one that's from BT12. It says when Digivolving, trash the top 3 Digivolution cards of all of your opponent's Digimon. Then if they need Digivolving, your opponent's Digimon with no sources can't attack till the end of their next turn. And it has the end of attack of if this card has Imperial in name or free in trait, you gain a memory. So sometimes that'll also keep it to be our turn. Because we aren't being as aggressive because we're losing that Pieldramon, our level 6s also changed a little bit. So we're still running 2 fighter mode. We're also running 2 new fighter mode, the BT12 one. Digivolves for 2 onto an Imperialmon Dragon mode. When Digivolving, suspend all of your opponent's Digimon with no sources. Then return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the hand by returning 1 Dragon mode from this card sources to its hand. Place all of your opponent's suspended Digimon at the bottom of their deck instead. So really good removal, but also has an awesome all turns. This Digimon gets 1k DP for each color in its sources. While you have 2 or more colors in its sources, it gains security attack +1 and blocker. So it's a huge beater and also can protect us if we need it. And then obviously our tamers had to change. We're still running the 1 of Davis that we can, 2 Jerry, we're running 1 Davis again. And then just to make it as close to the resetters as possible, we're just gonna run 1 Mimi. We don't realistically need to run more tamers in this deck. And I feel like it still should be fine for anti-meta. So that's really the only changes that we made. And that's another Anti-Meta Monday in the books. Guys, I just really want to say thank you. I've really been enjoying having this community and having all the comments. I've actually also been streaming on Twitch every other Monday and every Friday. And I actually just got the affiliate checkpoint done. So now I can start getting subscriptions and ads on the videos, which has been super, super sick. I've been really wanting to do this stuff for a long time, and just seeing it actually be receptive well and people enjoying the content and wanting more and asking questions has been such a pleasure. I really do love this community and I love this card game so much. So if you guys have any suggestions of stuff I could do for videos, please, I would love to do it for you. I'm gonna try to be doing some more gameplay and maybe like commentating over it or just like doing music over it, whatever you guys kind of want. Just because I want to add more into the community and like maybe be play testing some of these decks so you guys can see how they're performing, or just seeing like what I'm playing during locals, which recently has been like SetCon, just because I've really been enjoying the new build of it. But thank you guys so much again. Please, if you guys don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment. Tell me what you guys like. Tell me what you don't like. Listen, guys, just enjoy the rest of your week. Please go and have fun. Go to your locals. You can't play Digimon at a Walmart or a Target. Go to your local LGS, buy products from them, buy singles from them, and sign up for tournaments. Go on the Bandai app. Make sure you're signed up for the Double Typhoon event that's coming up in a little bit. But thank you guys so much. Please enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see y'all later.